Hey, so I'm going to talk real quick about Jenna Marbles leaving YouTube and why some of the reactions from her fans kind of upset me. And yeah, I think I just want to kind of dive into it a little bit to sort of make people understand kind of the situation that's going on right now. So yeah, I'm not going to dive too much into who Jenna Marbles is. If you're watching this video, you probably already know, massive YouTuber, she's one of the OGs on this whole platform. Back in the day, she did a few blackface videos, made a few racist remarks, that kind of thing, and now she's put up an apology video and also said that she's stepping away from YouTube, she's gonna leave her channel. She doesn't know if she's gonna come back or not, but I'm gonna get into that a bit later. My main problem was with a lot of people on my Twitter timeline were like, oh my god, Jenna's gone, you know, she's my OG, I used to watch all the videos, I'm so upset. And just the wording of a few of those tweets and kind of people's responses to them. Oh, she's my favourite YouTuber and now I'm upset, cancel culture's gone too far. And really, I don't think that's what it is. This isn't cancel culture. This isn't it's not just for no reason that she's decided to walk away from her channel. YouTube hasn't imposed that on her. She's decided by her own admission to close the doors on her channel, and that's her choice. But again, I'm going to get into that later. I do, however, think that this brings up something that's really interesting, and like my last video where I spoke about being black within alternative music, as a point of view that I think not a lot of people would really know about. They haven't really heard that side of the story. This is actually a whole other thing. There are so many things about being a black person, about being a person of colour, that I don't think we've ever had a proper conversation about. And for anything, this is great. They're actually having these conversations now. We're actually talking about it. So here's the thing, and I know for a fact that anyone of colour would wholeheartedly agree with me, and it's that no matter what kind of avenue of entertainment you're looking at, there has always been something that you kind of have to grit your teeth and turn a blind eye to for the sake of just being able to enjoy that piece of entertainment. Whether it's a band, whether it's a TV show, YouTuber, whatever it is, there are always just kind of little things that you kind of like, oh, that rubbed me the wrong way. That was a bit racist. I didn't like that. They're not really addressing it, but I really love this. So I kind of you have an internal battle with yourself, whether you continue to support that person and watch that show or whatever it is. And yeah, a lot of the time we do have to just kind of turn a blind eye to it. And I don't think that a lot of white people have ever really had to face that. They've never really had to think about that. And especially when it's a white person offending a person of colour. And how do you do that without disowning the person that you admire? In this case, it's Jenna Marbles. But also still respecting people of colour and black people and Asian people and everything. How do you do both? Because it's really hard. And that's something that we have really had to struggle with for a long time. So I'll give you an example of myself. I am a huge WWE fan. I love all types of wrestling, the whole thing, but WWE is my that's what I grew up with from my childhood. And when you think of the history of that organisation, how long it's been going on for, there was only, they had their first black head champion 1 year ago. All that time, and not one, black champion is, yeah, this is the main guy. This is, and there are several instances of that company being extremely racist towards its fans and its employees. Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame. That tells you everything you need to know. But as a black person, I'm not going to call myself a wrestler. I am training to be a wrestler. But as someone that is a part of that industry, even in a really small way, you kind of have to think, okay, well, I'm contributing and giving my time and energy to, and the point I was trying to make with this is that as much of a huge fan as I am, I've still called out that company a lot and said, hey, this isn't right, we need to change this. And a lot of the fans like black or like non-people of color have said, hey, this needs to change, we need to look at this, like there is so much shit that's going on that we need to change. So yeah, it's possible that you can still be a huge fan and support a brand of entertainment, but also like still stand up for human rights at the same time. And I feel like right now a lot of white people have spent the past few weeks like hashtag Black Lives Matter and really being on board with all of that, but now one of your favorite people has been called out, and some people are starting to question it. Some people are starting to not waver, but kind of like, oh, it's gone too far. I saw a few tweets like that, and that's really why I'm doing this. It's just like, I don't want the, for lack of a better term, cancellation of Jenna Marbles to detract you from Black Lives Matter and a lot of the other serious issues that are going on. Like, this is one of many things in like a huge puzzle that we're all trying to like piece together right now. And so yeah, I just don't want people to be deterred from that. That's literally all. So let's get into the actual video that Jenna put up. I took some notes as she was speaking, so forgive me for referring to my phone. So yeah, firstly, without even watching the video, I'm already thinking in my head, like, we've already been calling out Shane Dawson for his blackface, and the only reason I know Jenna Marbles is from a video that she did with Shane Dawson where he surprised her for her birthday. So they're definitely like really good friends. So you've got two really good friends, both multi-millionaires from making YouTube videos, and they have both done blackface videos in the past. So it just shows you their kind of attitude to that kind of subject. Obviously, like, didn't see the gravity in it at the time, which is fine, because you can argue that they've both grown as people and learned from it. So Jenna made a point that she's privated her old videos because she doesn't want people to see those videos and like not bother to watch where she is now and how she's grown. And my first point to that is that just because your content is better and, you know, you've improved the quality of what you're doing and you yourself have grown as a person, there are still aspects of that that doesn't make me as a black person comfortable. If you don't directly address those issues, you can grow completely as a person and still hold racist views. Not saying that she is a racist person, but I mean, just the fact that, like, the term Karen is a meme, like the middle-aged white woman, you can be a grown, like, fully put together person and still hold views that are either racist or racially insensitive. So the fact that she's, like, grown her channel and she's not doing the same content she does before, that's good to see as a person, like, through one set of eyes. But through the set of eyes of a person who, like, as a black person, if you've, like, offended, like, if you've put out racist content, yeah, I need to know. Like, I need to know in my heart, solid facts that you don't hold those views anymore. Because we've seen, like, it's almost like, it's actually a joke now, the amount of apology videos that people put out and then put them out again, and then they'll do something up and do that, and it's like, I need to know for a fact that you have learned from this and you know. And so I think by her addressing this directly in the video is actually a really good thing, because she has to. You can't expect me at face value to just be like, well, I've looked at the rest of her content and I'm just going to assume that she knows the difference now between blackface and, you know, like, and not doing that. As people of colour, in the back of our minds, we're always just still like, but I don't know though, like, they've not really said it head on directly. But again, the fact that she's doing this video and how raw and honest it was, I did really like that. And I love that she actually played the clips so that she wasn't hiding anything. She wasn't shying away from it. She was just very straightforward, honest, like, boom, this is what I did. It's wrong. And like, and I think she should have left it at that. And this is where my issues really start. If I was her, I would have just trimmed the last 2 or 3 minutes of the video where she then announced that she was stepping back from YouTube. There was one line that really got to me, and she was like, I'm really embarrassed by this video and I'm probably going to take it down. She said something to that effect. And to be honest, that's where I kind of did a U-turn and I thought, okay, I know what this is. She's going to apologise, she's going to not upload for 2 or 3 weeks, and then she's going to come back like nothing's happened and just continue, like basically just pick up where she left off. And this is why I'm even making this video, is because I've seen people that I know love her, and now they're upset because they've lost their favourite creator. I don't think the overall request was for her to delete her channel and all this kind of stuff. Like, yes, you can see she's grown as a person, but just address the fact that you did blackface. Like, can we, like, just address it? You didn't need to, like, leave YouTube, leave your livelihood, because now that's kind of changing the narrative, and it's going to make people, like, talk emotionally when they are fans of her, rather than addressing actually what she's done wrong. She should have just taken accountability for what she's done and just left it at that. Or better yet, use your platform to then talk about these issues. Do the video that I'm doing. Have this conversation. Don't just like bury your head in the sand and walk away from it. I know it's difficult and I know it's awkward and it's embarrassing, but think about like, think about the embarrassment of your fans that are people of colour, that when you go back to uploading in a month's time, because I'm sure you will, are then going to have to defend themselves to like their friends, when their friends are like, oh, you still watch Jenna Marbles? I thought, you know, this whole thing. And they're like, no, she's changed. Look at this apology video, and you've taken it down. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's the real embarrassment, is your fans that have to defend you but don't have any source material to then draw from. So, like, if you want to upload again, upload, but leave the video up because it's important. Like, you're the only YouTuber that said things like head on. I did racist things, I said racist comments in the past, I'm apologising for it, I've grown as a person, I'm moving on. Like, I don't think we really have that kind of video, and it's just the last 2 minutes just seemed very like pity party, very just kind of feel sorry for me, and I just wish she didn't put that in the video, because that's kind of given me a different outlook to it. I just didn't like that part. I don't think she should like leave her channel at all, really. Like, if she uploaded tomorrow and was like, yeah, cool, I'm back, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but just don't take the video down, because it kind of looks like you're taking back what you've said also, and that kind of rubs people the wrong way. But yeah, I think we just need to think about how we treat each other more and how things come across to each other. So that is all I'm asking from the fans of Jenna Marbles. Don't let her decision that was made completely on her own to step away from YouTube deter you from still supporting Black Lives Matters, because it is very important and it's an ongoing conversation, and things like this are gonna keep happening, but it's a good thing. Ultimately, it's a good thing. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Anyway, cool. Bye.